Good evening, everybody. This is Tenacious Earl with another video here in the THMBL, Tenacious History Maker Baseball League, what that stands for. Not the most high-profile game, but it's the game that is scheduled to be played, so I'm going to go from the beginning to the end. Hopefully, if YouTube... I downloaded the new YouTube app, so I'm hoping that this hangs in there. So this could get a little on the lengthy side. I'm going to go as fast as I can, but that's the way it goes. Just a real quick thanks to those who are going to tune in here, not only live, but after the fact. I was out of town for the weekend, and just a lot of things have come up here that seem to have preventing me from doing some games. Plus, I had this probably false impression that I could play games offline in less time than I could online, and I think that's probably true. But on the other hand, what happens is that I've found is that it causes me to be able to maybe put off games that I would typically just think to myself, I'm going to go play, because so and while I was away, I played a couple games, but in any event, I have to try to get back on the wagon here, so to speak, not to sound like I fell off any proverbial wagon when it comes to this isn't like an addiction or drinking or anything. Good day, Dave S. But some might think it is. Some may think this is kind of crazy, but that being said, I'm cool with it. So if you're cool with it, I'm cool with it. And so we're gonna do these are 2016 teams from History Maker, with a couple of homebrew cards, because not every card is available, and I've got to get out some charts here. So again, I'm kind of starting from the beginning. I'm just gonna kind of freelance, make a go of it here, because I wanted to get on the road and just wanted to be able to talk through some of the things here. So August 6th, 2016 is the date of this virtual game. This is the 4th series in match week 1, and it'll be game 2. This is going to be at Citizens Bank Park. And somewhere along the way, I lost my ballpark. I had an index card that had my ballparks, and somewhere along the way, it got away from me. So I just have to look at the sheet now, and I'll have to make another one here. But for the sake of time, we know it's grass at Philly. It's kind of a smaller park too. Normal for righties. For lefties, it is semi-small. Not sure how much I believe that, but we'll go with that. So the umpires for this game will be Jim Reynolds. At home, Will Little at first. Corey Blaser at second base, and third base will be Dale Scott, the crew chief. And we need to fill in the teams here. Oakland, Athletics, Philadelphia, Philadelphia Phillies. My pen's a little faster than my brain here. Okay. Oakland won the first game of this matchup. I think it was 11-1 or something absurd like that. For Oakland, Kendall Graveman will be the starting pitcher, barring some freak injury or something. So I'm going to get this arranged here. He's the visitor, so I'll put him there. If you can see here, I'll move it. Actually, what I'll do is I'll move my chart off here a bit and we've got this little mat that comes with the game. I think some other people who have done videos tend to show it. I'll just go ahead and show some of it here for now. So we got Graveman there for the Phillies. Now we had Hellickson. He's going to miss a start. So it's going to be Charlie Morton. He will get the second start of the season, again, barring some kind of a freak of nature. Now, Charlie Morton has a card that I've kind of home brewed, as you can see. So we'll see how that works out. We are doing, even though we are in a National League park, we are doing DHs. And so, get up last game. I think the A's will use the same lineup as the previous game, which will be no reason to change. There were no like injuries or anything like that, and they put up a big 11 spot on Aaron Nola, so that's what they're going to do. We have some extra hitters, and we've got the bullpen, and I'll put that over near the dugout. The bullpen. And then there's a bunch of extra cards that we don't use because we want to keep it to 25 players, keep it realistic. So we'll put that over here. Same thing with the Phillies, but now here's a nuance that I just realized. Even though it doesn't matter what your lineup is today. A lot of the game day rolls come off of what your previous lineup was. So let me see. I want to count these. I think we got 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's Gene Margomez, who was, I believe, was optioned recently, a couple days ago. So Phillies are in some turmoil, and they would be in turmoil in this season too, really. But anyway, not sure how many comments I've had so far. I'm using the updated app on the YouTube app, so we'll see how that works out. So we've got there's the bullpen, and okay, so let's do the game day rolls now. First off, we should do a here is this. We should do a weather roll. So to do a weather roll, you need to get your game day weather effects. So we could have this game rained out depending on what or some other effect. We're in the Northeast. Definitely not lake. I think that's what really you could start to think south maybe, but Philadelphia's not really south. That's north. So Northeast. North is more like Minnesota and Milwaukee, Chicago. So, but I mean, I guess it could be all depending on your interpretation. So in August, this is August 6th, we go from these. So there could be some either rain, wind, or heat. And so we will see. We need an 11, 12, or 13 for that to happen. And we get a 56. So it's just going to be a normal August day in the Delaware Valley, which means it's probably going to be a normal, ugly game for the Phillies, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so the next thing on the list is you check for mood. So both teams are on a 1-game streak. I should move this out of the way. So when I say a 1-game streak, this is where you test the mood. If, depending on the length of the streak, you roll a d6. And if the number is less than or equal to the streak, it solidifies whatever their mood is. So in terms of the Athletics, they won the last game. If they roll a 1, in this case, they would be completely harmonious, and that could be a really helpful thing for them when it comes to chemistry rolls. Same thing for the Phillies in the opposite direction. You roll a 1 on this for them, and they become disenchanted or whatever they call that. It's not disenchanted, it's dissonant. So sunny / harmonious or stormy / dissonant. Now, if you don't get a 1 in these cases, so let's say that they played 3 games and the Athletics swept them all. The Athletics would go into their 4th game. If they rolled a 1, 2, or 3, they would be harmonious. The Phillies, if they rolled a 1, 2, or 3, they would be dissonant. So let's roll it out here and see. The Athletics, a 1 would make them harmonious. It's a 4, so they are not fully harmonious. Then you have to roll the decider die and say, are they ready for this game? Are they going to win? Are they up for this win? And they are not, so that means that they are going to be, even though they got a win, they're a little stormy, and they're going to be semi-dissonant, which is helpful for the Phillies. Now, what could happen here is we could roll this and get a 1, and the Phillies would end up being completely dissonant and stormy. But also the other thing about dissonance and storminess is that it can lead to injuries and other types of maladies. So let's see. And if you could see that there, it is a 1. The Phillies are going to be dissonant for this game and stormy. So we're going to have the potential for some unhappiness, some just some bad things here, some bad juju for both teams. So we get out the game day chart. And again, we go from yesterday's lineups. And we know today's starter. But so we'll have this out here. We're going to go with the Athletics first. So we go off of this chart. Now there's 1 through 5. And on the game day extras chart, 6 on the D6 would be injuries. So let's roll this and see what the Athletics are going to have to deal with here with this stormy clubhouse. Even though they won, not quite feeling it right now. So it's a 2. That means the media. So the media tend to have sort of an effect on the team's psyche in a way, one way or the other here. So maybe they ask a question that was a bit unfair or just sort of like trying to pry at the team. So let's roll again. Which player is it going to be? A 3 is going to be a starting infielder. Okay, so now, as you can see here, starting infielder. Now we got to roll here, and 1 through 5 is an infielder, and 6 is your choice. So we'll see which infielder we're going to have to deal with. 4 is the shortstop, which is Marcus Semien. Okay, so Marcus Semien is going to be, and let's see. Wait a second. Let's start over here. I messed up. The 3, actually, I should have done this. This is a minor issue with the manager, so actually it messes with me. So I remember what roles we had. We had the manager, then we had a 4. So what is the minor manager issue? No home advantage this game. So sorry about that. I got a little ahead of myself. Skipped this here, but that's okay. So the minor manager issue for the A's today is that they will, well, they're not home team anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. And that's that. So in that case, the A's are basically cool. No issues for them. So it's a minor manager issue. Now the Phillies, they are also stormy, so we're going to have to re-roll this D20 and move it along here and see what happens. A 3, another minor issue with the manager. And let's see, what's the minor manager issue? It is a 4. And so also, how about that? Same rolls each time. That'll be a no home field advantage this game. So they are going to be without home field. So even though this is listed as TFN down here, and this one too, till further notice, I always put in even if it's this game only, but it's going to be no home field this game only. Okay, so that's where we've, I think we've completed all of the game day stuff. No biggie, no players out, no major issues. So we're going to, media didn't affect the player. Wait a second, did I? I think I messed that up again. I messed that up again. I just realized it. Why am I, I'm a little out of whack here today. So, and if you're playing offline, this stuff tends to just, you go, oh, I gotta just change it. And when you do it online, then it shows that you've, because I didn't roll a 2, I rolled a 3, and so that should have gone off of a different chart, and it's going to go off of the team trainer, which could actually mean injuries and stuff. So what we rolled was we rolled a 3, because I never rolled the 2 for the Phillies, for the media. So it's the team trainer. And then I again rolled a 4, but for this the 4 is going to be issue with a non-starter, non-pitcher. So, and that was where the rolls ended, correct? Yes, that was where I ended the rolls. So let's get this box back out here again. So now we need to go with which reserve non-pitcher. And so we re-roll another D6. And that's a 6. Reserve non-pitcher. That's going to be a reserve outfielder with a major issue. Okay, so non-pitcher, what major issue? So it's going to be either an injury or something here. Let's see what happens. It's a 1, which is a short-term injury. We re-roll. Right here you can see it, major issue, short-term injury. It's going to be reserve outfielder for the Phillies, and we just roll the die, and it brings up what the short-term injury is. And it's going to be 3 games. So for the Phillies, they have, again, based off of the previous game, their reserve outfielders were, so the outfielders they played were Borges, Herrera, and Goodell. And so your reserve outfielder for that game was, let's roll through it here, I believe it's Cedric Hunter. So Cedric Hunter is going to have a 3-game injury. So what does that mean? That means that I'm going to have to go in and bring up another player. So let's put Cedric Hunter. Oh boy, so it's going to be this game plus 2 more, we'll say. All right, so let's go through here and see what kind of other outfielders the Phillies have that were available around this time. I think we may have to go with Roman Quinn. Let's see. Ruff, Hunter, David Lowe. I think that's how you'd say his name. Either Luff, one or the other. Okay, well that's what we're going to bring in. We're going to bring up David Lowe, and then Cedric Hunter he's going to go down for a game or 2, 3. So they were able to diagnose that injury beforehand, and so they'll have Lowe in their plans for this game. So they will have potential to pinch hit there, but could have also just said a what do you want to call it? Day-to-day injury. 3 games isn't too much. So, but we'll do it this way. Let's see. So that previous game we had, well, I guess we should start with the A's. We're going to have Valencia and Burns and Reddick. Well, we already said that we're not changing their lineup, so let's scribble it down here. Be Valencia. Play at third base. He is Iron in the field. I've started using a star for icon instead of an I, because I've had it throw me off where I've done the I for icon and experience, and I mess it up and think that is involved with the fielding rating as an iron. So to prevent, and again, that can also create some havoc, because there's also a pitcher's rating that's a star, but I would rather, it's easier to avoid the star because you're looking at cards. So Reddick, he's going to be in right field. Oh boy, I think we got a little storm coming in. I felt a little, so he's an icon. Felt a little potential brownout there maybe. I assume we're still going though. So Davis, he'll be in left. He is iron and he's stoic. I mean, I guess if I had a recommendation as far as that goes, I would ask play.com, you know, I guess his name's Keith. I haven't met him, but probably say that it might be good to find either a different, I mean, iron and gold are two different. They're pretty easy to do, but maybe you could go with like brick or something like that. Something that would be a little more, because it's just the way that writing it down on the page here, it can be a little, could be a little confusing. Vote. Next game I'm going to have to figure out some, because this is game 2, we're going to have to do some backup catchers for the next game, I think. Billy Butler will be the DH here. He's going to be a stoic runner, and he is an icon. And then Jed Lowry will be at second. And he's also an icon. He's stoic. So we didn't go with Rajai Davis, and we're not going to at this point, so it's going to be Charlie Morton. Of course, the reason why we are going with the same lineup is that they produced a bunch of runs, and so why toy with success? Now, the Phillies, they only generated 1 run. Let me see, is there any other comments here so far? I don't know. It doesn't really... What's this? I don't know. It doesn't... It's not letting me see all of the comments, so at this point, I guess I could bring up my Kindle. Now, the Phillies, they are going to make a change or two. Now, they're going to stick with Hernandez at second. I've got to remember Borges. He was under there. So Galvis will be at short. I'm going to go with, again, Herrera in center. Do Franco at third. Now, we're going to do Howard as the DH. We'll do Rupp catching. Let's see. They're going to give Andres Blanco excuse me, I said Blanco, that's pretty bad. A chance there at first base in this game. They're going to use Darren Ruff in left field, and they will use... they're going to stick with Borges in right. So, and Ruff, he's going to be fielding. So if you use somebody that's out of position, you have to subtract 1 level of fielding range. So Ruff being a neutral fielder, he will be semi-iron in the field. Blanco being a stock infielder, he can play anywhere. So that's how that'll work. They will lead off with Hernandez again. We went with Borges last time. We're actually going to move Odubel Herrera up to the number 2 hole. And let me see. How did they do? They had 5 hits. Borges actually had 2 singles, but we'll save Herrera for the 3rd spot again. We'll keep Borges up there since he did all right. Franco again. We're gonna drop Howard a little bit. We'll go with Ruff next, and Rupp, then Howard, then Blanco, and then Galvis, and that will round it out. Also, I have consistently been using the 4-hitter as the cleanup. You can also use the 3. So Chris Davis will be the cleanup, so it'll be Hernandez. He'll be at second base, and he is completely neutral all around. Borges. See if these Phillies can maybe muster a win here against a team that they shouldn't be any better than, but you know, it is baseball and you should win your share. Herrera, of course, these Phillies might not win their share. Odable, he'll be in center field. He is semi-gold, and he is considered a semi-prospect, and he's semi-active. Michael Franco, also a semi-prospect. He is stoic. Doesn't run much. Not a surprise. Shouldn't be surprised. He's at third base. Ruff. We're going to put him in left field this game. He's going to be stoic, and he's going to be semi-iron. I mean, he's listed as utility, but I don't know. Maybe, tell you what, I think because he's utility, he can play left without getting docked. So let's not dock him for that. Rupp behind the plate. He's semi-stoic. Ryan Howard's going to DH. Now watch him hit a couple home runs in this game, and he is an icon. About the only thing he has left going for him, that he's an icon. Blanco will be at first. He's going to be semi-stoic. He is an icon, and he is semi-iron. And Galvis will be the shortstop. And he is... Alright, so we need to... Alright, we're going to put Graveman. Kendall. He'll be the pitcher. Now, the last thing we need to do is we need to determine the hot and cold batters. I've been trying to do that off of performance from the previous game. Now, the trouble with that is that a batter becomes cold, and sometimes you might remove him from the lineup. But the only guy who didn't get a hit in the last game was Lowry, by my estimation. Whoa. I dropped the pen. I thought I caught it, but I didn't. So, Lowry will be cold, and 2 home runs from Semien means we're going to keep him hot. He was hot last game. He was 3 for 5, and so he will be hot again. And Lowry's going to be cold. And for the Phillies, your hot guy was Herrera last game. He went 1 for 3. Borges was 2 for 4. You had Galvis 1 for 3. Let's load up on Borges. He may need the help. He's not the greatest of hitters. And the cold. Anybody have multiple strikeouts? Ryan Howard. That sounds like a plan. And it'll be Michael Franco being the cleanup guy. So, just, you have to decide these things because there are selections in the book that say, is he the cleanup batter? Is he the leadoff? Now, the leadoff is pretty straightforward. It's the leadoff for the inning. All right, so we are ready to go. As you can see, it can take a little bit of time to set up, and that's the reason why I said that it's almost... You almost need to play online anyway because it takes a while to get set up. But I feel like that's part of the allure of this game, is that you set it up and it's... Let me get a drink here. I've been standing around here for a while. You know, it creates a narrative. Now you've got, you know, their backup outfielder is out for 3 games. We may see someone else in the next couple of games get out as well. So, all right. I think we have hit all of the spots. Oh, so we've got some comments here. Unfortunately, I can't see them as they're going on, but I appreciate you guys commenting. I'm hoping that I don't completely blow anything here, because like I said, I can't really see the comments as they come in. I mean, I can see them as they come in, but they don't stay up. So anyway, let's go. It's going to be Athletics and the Phillies. It'll be Charlie Morton taking the mound first. Apologies for my handwriting on his card. It's barely legible. I don't know how it looks over the internet, but we will see. And I keep getting weather updates on my phone that we're going to have some weather around here. So if I get power out, then I wish I wouldn't have, because that's the way it goes. All right, 1-2-6. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. Line out to the second base. The pitcher is fresh. And we are off. Valencia lines out, and a good start for Morton. Pitchers are fresh for the first 3 innings, unless they are rolled as not fresh in the game day chart, which will happen. Billy Burns should have their averages out, but I don't. Oh, triple ones. That could be good. Pitcher ace. No, Charlie's not an ace. Batter is a scrapper. That's going to be a double to right field for Billy Burns. And so, you know, you can have good hitters, not so good hitters. If you get enough of those triple rolls, those tend to be happy time for the batting team. So Billy Burns, let's see, he is semi-active. Could potentially think about stealing third with him. Cameron Rupp is normal. That would be a 1-3 roll. Of course, you got the middle of the lineup coming up. I'm going to go ahead and hold on to all of the strategy cards here at the start of the game, and we'll go with Josh Reddick. That's a 1-3-5. That is a potentially memorable play. The 1-3-5, as you can see here, it's an unusual result is what it's called. It's black. A black 1 is what, ballpark. So we go to the ballpark qualities chart, and as we said, so this is your hitter is Reddick. He is a lefty, so semi-small for a left-handed batter. Let's see what happens. 5-6. Big ballpark. No, it's not big. And slugger or home run king, he is semi-slugger. That is so here we go. That's a good result for the Phillies right there. If it were big, the outfielder would make the catch. If he's a slugger or home run king, he hits a home run. Reddick is a semi-slugger, and he does not have the dot, so he is not a slugger. It's going to be a fly out. So and that would be a fly out to right, and Billy Burns could potentially tag up. I need to see. There's a sort of an addendum rule. Let's see. Fly ball advancements. Occasionally in real life, you'll see a runner advance second to third base on a deep fly ball to right using the decider die. If an active or semi-active runner is on second, on any fly out, roll the decider die to see if he advances to third or holds. Let's for other runners, you may choose to have him try. Well, Burns is active, so let's see if he gets to third base. Nope. So with 2 outs, yeah, we probably should have tried stealing with Burns there. He would have gotten a run in on a sac fly if he had taken third successfully. Chris Davis. Now, if he had been at the plate when all that happened, that would have been a 2-run home run. Here we go. Oh, we get another 1-3-5 with a black 1. How about that? And I shook them up pretty good. Okay, another ballpark. Now this time we're going from the right side. That's a normal size. Let's see what happens. 2-4. Big ballpark. No, it's not. Foul ball. Let's see. Towering foul ball, plenty of room, caught for the out. Otherwise, foul ball caught by a fan near third baseman, batter still at bat. So Chris Davis will get another chance. So 2-5-6. Struggler. No, Charlie Morton is okay at this point. Champion or patient. That's a walk. So he's not champion nor patient. So we're going to go to the infield drama. We got another mini chart here. See what happens. Could spell trouble for the Phillies here. A 1-6. Shortstop gold. That would be Freddie Galvis. He is not gold. Would be an out. Sharp liner through short, base hit. But so let's see. With 2 outs, I believe that runner will score, and it'll be a 1-0 lead. You look here with the 1X. Runners advance 1 base on hits. Active runners score from second base on any hit. 2 outs, any runner scores. So Burns will come in, and that will be a 1-0 lead for the Athletics on Chris Davis's single, as Galvis could not get to that one. That brings up Yonder Alonso. Chris Davis at first, and the pitch. 5-5-6. Charlie Morton's not an ace. Yonder Alonso is not a sad sack. That is a double to right field. And if you look here, runners score on the doubles. So 3 hits off of Morton and 2 runs in. And Phillies are already looking at potential for a crooked scoreboard here. 2 runs in, and here comes their hot batter, Marcus Semien. Active would steal, but Yonder Alonso is definitely not active. So here we go. Semien, 356. Same. Morton is a righty. Semien is a righty. That will be a strikeout to end the inning. And so that is an inning that Charlie Morton did not want to be that long. 2 runs in, 3 hits, and 1 left. And we will go to the bottom. Looks like things are getting a little fuzzier here. I can kind of see it. I don't know if I can zoom. I guess I can zoom a little bit there. Maybe that will help. Let's give it a shot. All right, so we already went through the lineup, so we will just get going here with Cesar Hernandez against Kendall Graveman. Okay, Hernandez. They need some runs already. 1-4-6. Flash. Does Graveman have flash? He has semi-flash, and in this at-bat, he does not. Champion? Cesar is not a champion. That's going to be a grounder to second base. That will be fielded by Lowry and thrown to first for the out. Peter Borges went 2 for 4 in the last game. He is their hot batter. 336. I got to turn it over here. 336. Ace? No. Graveman is a workman, a semi-workman. Sad sack, utility, or patient. Borges is none of those. That's going to be a single to center field, and we go to the experience chart. So, just what the Phillies needed. They needed some kind of a hit to get them going, and they sneak one off of Kendall Graveman as it gets through. Borges takes it the other way. So we're going to go to the experience chart. We only need 2 dice and the decider for that. So it'll be Odubel Herrera, who's a semi-prospect. Graveman himself is a semi-prospect, so we'll see how this works out for both teams. 2-6. Icon pitcher. No, Graveman is semi-prospect, so he would have struck him out if he were Icon. Instead, looping single over the second baseman's head. And I believe Borges will have to stop at second on that one. So, yes. All right, so 2 on and 1 out. Be Michael Franco. Phillies trying to respond here. Dissonant. Hasn't hurt them yet. See if they come up with a happiness or a... Oh, and oh boy, here we go. Triple threes. Ace? No. Graveman is not an ace. Scrapper. No, Michael Franco is not a scrapper. That is gone. Home run to left field. Franco takes it yard, and it's 3-2 Phillies. Just what the doctor ordered for them fightins. They are... Their top-of-the-line pitcher had to miss a game, and so they've needed some... this was also a single. So 3 hits in a row, and that makes Graveman a semi-struggler. So another positive for the Phillies. 3-2, bottom of the first. Lots of action to start. Here's Darren Ruff. 1-2-6. 1-2-6. Fresh. That's, yes, he is a line out. That's a line out to second baseman, and that will end the semi-struggler designation. Would have been a struggler if he had gotten a roll. And now it's Cameron Rupp. 2-4-6. Control pitcher. Graveman is a control pitcher. Rupp will ground out to Graveman and end the inning, but they pick up 3. And right off the bat, we've got some scoring. Hi, Beatles. Fresh sticks with a pitcher for the first 3 innings. He then becomes semi-fresh after the 3rd inning. So from 4 through 6, he's semi-fresh. So each time you roll the decider, that would decide whether or not he is or not. After the 6th, he is completely lost his freshness. He'll also lose his freshness if he gives up 5 runs or more in his outing. Also, if you get to the 7th and you're pitching a shutout, I believe you get to keep your freshness. You keep semi-freshness, at least until you give up a run. So, also, like I said, if you look here, there are some designations in the Stormy column that say, like a minor issue for the pitcher, he's not fresh this game. So we had that with Tanaka for the Yankees a couple of games ago. He had to play that game without freshness. Didn't come back to hurt him. I don't think we hit that roll once for him. All right, so it's going to be a vote against Morton. Morton got smacked around a little bit in the first, but still has the lead as we head to the second. 466. Big numbers so far. 466. Wild. Charlie Morton's only flash. That's his home run king or slugger. Vote is a semi-slugger, so that will not apply to him. He will single. And if he were active, he would steal, but he is not. So, going to bring up Billy Butler. And Morton already back into some trouble here. Let's the leadoff runner or leadoff batter get on base. 4-4-6. Star? No, he's not a star pitcher. Sad sack, utility, or patient. Billy Butler is none of those. That's a single to right field. And the runner will advance for 2 bases. So first and third, nobody out. Morton. I mean, it's some bad luck, too, because, you could get some rolls where those guys aren't able to get through. But, so the Phillies are going to play double play depth, looking to get an out. They'll give up a run and let the Athletics tie if they can get it. Jed Lowry. And that was red, so we go off the experience chart. Lowry icon, Morton icon. So two icons, that's the best you can do. So someone is bound to have something help them out here. 1-2. Icon batter, that's going to help Oakland. Draws on experience, launches a highlight reel blast to left fence. So Lowry, being a scrapper, he does not have a chance at a home run, but he is going to get a base hit out of it and likely an extra base hit. That is a 6. That's going to be a triple for Lowry. It's going to clear the bases, and the A's are going to retake the lead at 4-3. And they'll have a runner 90 feet away with nobody out. And Danny Valencia will be at the plate. So Charlie Morton is darn near at a point where he might lose his freshness real early, because he... so the Phillies, they are going to... they will play with the infield back here. They're going to let the run score. They just want an out. So Valencia... 1-3-4. Gold catcher. Cameron Rupp is not a gold catcher. Champion. Valencia is not a champion. That's going to be outfield drama. Let's see what happens. Phillies could use some luck here and maybe to hit Odubel Herrera, who is semi-gold. So 2-2. Center fielder gold, but no, the roley's not gold. This one, center fielder gold, no. Chase would have chased down a base hit and hold the runner first. Otherwise, it's going to be a single wild throw, batter to second on an error. That's going to score the run regardless. That's another single. And an E8. And, boy... the Athletics are pounding the ball. They've had 16 runs in, 10 and change innings. And let's see, it was... that is a single with the purple. That means we're going to go to the chemistry chart. Still early for the Phillies. They do not want to use up too many strategy cards in the second inning, so they're going to hold off. 2-6. Batting team harmony. No, they are not harmonious. It's going to be a ground out to second base, which will move the runner up. At least Burns gets that part of it done. So Josh Reddick will be at the plate. The chemistry does not hurt the Phillies in this case. So, again, no freshness for Charlie Morton right now. 3-4-6. Is Reddick eager? No, he is not. That's going to be a walk. And he is not active, so he does not steal a base. The Phillies, they may have to dig into their bullpen here pretty soon. Man, they just cannot seem to get outs. Chris Davis, first and third. They're going to play the infield back. They want a double play. They need a 1 on that, and they don't get a 1. They get 3s. 3-3-6. Not an ace. Chris Davis is not sad sack, not utility, not patient. That is a single to center field. 2-base advance. Chris Davis 2 for 2, and it's now a 6-run lead. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I believe that you end up semi-fresh. Or maybe it's struggler. I don't know. Boy, it's getting warm down here. I'm trying to remember. There's certain things about this that it's easy to get confused. Once a pitcher allows his 5th run, he loses any remaining freshness given the semi-struggler. 6th run becomes so now he is a straight-up struggler. So you can add that to Morton. And so with 1 out, and I think I just... Okay. Phillies are going to get their bullpen active now. They're in the 2nd inning, but they're going to get James Russell out, ready to go. That's not going to be helpful at all, because he's not very good either. So Yonder Alonso with 1st and 3rd again, and still 1 out. They're still trying to play with the infield back here. They want a double play ball. They need a 1. They don't get it again. 3, 5, 6. Same. Yonder Alonso is a lefty, so they're not the same. Utility, sad sack, no. That's a single down the line. It just cannot get any worse for the Phillies. That's going to be another 2-base advance, and Reddick will score. This is how it happened last game, too. Man, it just kept piling on. And, I mean, we're talking the 2nd inning, and it's already 7 to 3. They're going to stick with Morton. They really hate using up their bullpen already. Marcus Semien, 1, 2, 3. Flash and fresh. Well, he's flash. He's not fresh anymore, but that's a ground out to short. A double play ball. They're still hoping for that double play, and they get it. But that's going to be 5 runs here in the 2nd inning. It's 7 to 3. And the Phillies are looking at another hole to dig out of. And yeah, this is, I'll tell you, there were some games there I was playing that I'm just like, man, am I going to get any runs? And now I play get with these teams, I'm like, does anybody ever get out? Okay, so Graveman, looking kind of grave for the Phillies here. Bottom of 2nd, 7 to 3 deficit. 3-3-6 for Howard, the cold batter. 3-3-6. Ace? No, Graveman's not an ace. Sad sack, utility, or patient? Well, he's not a sad sack. Definitely not patient. Now, we need to re-roll because he's semi-sad sack, but there's nothing there. So he's not sad sack. We have to re-roll. Oh, wait, no. Wait, never mind. If it's the same batter, or if I have to roll off Graveman to determine the decider, I'd have to re-roll both guys. But because it's the same condition for both, or because it's for the same hitter, the decider die can decide 2 different things for him. So he's not sad sack, he's not utility, he's not patient. That's going to be a single for Howard somehow. Hope that made sense. In other words, you don't have to re-roll that if it's the same batter. If it's a different batter, then you need to, or if it's if you had to use the decider die for the pitcher, and then you found out that it didn't meet the condition, then you go to the batter and you have to look at the decider die. You have to re-roll that. Okay, so the single was red. That means we go for experience. Blanco is an icon. Graveman is a semi-prospect. So this could help the Phillies. 5-6 with a decider die. It shouldn't make a difference here for them. 5-6, icon pitcher. He's not icon. Batter thrown out at first, runner advances. So that's just going to be your Stratomatic ground ball C. Let's see. We're going to call it he's batting from the left side. We'll say he takes it the other way. 6-3. Actually, kind of a chopper that the only play was the first. Okay. So Freddie Galvis. 245. Hero. Galvis is not a hero. He pops out to second. We're going to go back to that experience chart. No advancement from Howard, and it's going to bring up Cesar Hernandez, top of the order. Bottom of the second, the Phillies are going to go ahead and try to the Athletics are not going to do this yet. But the Phillies, they are going to, because they're going off of experience, manager is going to give him a coaching tip going up to the plate. It's going to make him an icon. So that will potentially help the Phillies. Of course, if it goes off of, if it's a roll off the pitcher, then it's probably not going to be of any help. So they're taking a gamble here. 1-3. Prospect pitcher. He's semi-prospect, but not a prospect this time. It's going to be a ground out to third because he's not a prospect. And so that strategy card goes to waste for the Phillies. That's the third out. And so that's where you can try to goose things along, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We are almost to the hour mark, and we're not even 2 innings in. Going to stick with Morton here. Would like to get 4 innings out of him if we can at this point. Stephen Vogt. 3.66. They can't seem to get any 1 rolls. So 3.66. Pinch hitter. No, Vogt is not a pinch hitter. It's going to be a fly out to center. And that'll be 1 out. Again, Morton is a struggler now, and he does not have any freshness at all. So we got to keep an eye on that. 3.55. Struggler, that's a double to left. For Butler, he gets on there with another base hit. It's going to be Jed Lowry. He tripled his last time up. 3.56. Same. Well, Lowry's a switch hitter, so it can't be the same ever. Utility or sad sack? Nope. That's a single down the third baseline. That's going to score a run. And I think the Phillies are going to have to... they're going to have to... they're going to have to pull the plug on Morton. He has been pretty close to awful. I mean, it couldn't get much worse than that. So he pitched 2 1/3 innings. And it's going to be James Russell coming in here. So he gave up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits. And we still have he's still responsible for Lowry on base. He did walk 1 guy, and he did get a strikeout. And on the positive side for Morton, he did not give up a home run. So, but Valencia will come up to face Russell. Russell a lefty, Valencia a righty. 3.45. Iron catcher. Rupp is neutral catcher. Good eye. No, Valencia doesn't have a good eye. That's a strikeout. And it goes off the right now chart. So with 2 outs and a runner at first, we get to roll off of that. And Russell is semi-hot because of the strikeout. Burns is normal. So 4-6. Hot pitcher. No, he's not. Grounder to the pitcher with the only play at first. That's fine because it's the final out. So they do pick up another run. And the Phillies are into their bullpen now. So we'll see how that goes for them. If If you didn't notice, James Russell is a struggler and a workman, so... But you can see he was like that and he got 2 outs, so it's not like it always has to be a bad thing for a pitcher to be horrible. You should be able to get through a couple innings, at least. And you might even get a game where you get 5 innings in without getting roughed up too bad. 1-1-2 for Borges. Flash. Graveman does not have flash in this at bat. Sad sack. He's not a sad sack. Check with the score. This is the first time I've ever had one of these. Safe at first, go to scorer microchart. Okay, well, how about that? First time for everything, we go to this little jobber here and we do a little safe at first. The scorer rules that it was an error charged to. He's batting from the right. That'll be the third baseman. Hi, Matt. Yes, I do. I've already used one, if you can see it here, the coaching tip, trying to get the Phillies when trying to move Hernandez up to an icon so he might be able to get some kind of a good result, and it didn't work. So Borges, so it's, what is it, 8-3, nobody out. And let's see, Vogt is a normal catcher. Borges isn't stoic, so he can try to steal. They're going to try to use a stolen base. Going to try to see if he can steal a base here off of Stephen Vogt. So Borges need a decide or die. It doesn't go, so can't steal it. And the way I play it is that means I've used a strategy card. So Herrera, one on, nobody out. 1-2-6. Fresh. Graveman is still fresh. That's a line out to the second baseman. Yeah, we if Borges were at second, we would have to check and see if he was doubled off of second base. But because he's at first, he's able to get back, and that's 1 out. Michael Franco homered in his first at bat, 3-run home run. They'd love to get another one here. 2-4-5. Hero. Franco is not a hero. That's going to be another pop out to second. And so we go off of the experience chart, and it will be Darren Ruff, who has no experience, or he's normal experience. Graveman, a prospect. And a 3-6 on the experience chart. Prospect pitcher, not this time. It's going to be a fly out to left field. Would have been a double. Might have scored a run if... but when I say fly out to left field, and Phillies are kind of snake bit. They did get a 3-run homer in the first, but they've had the Athletics put up some numbers on them here, and this game is no different. We're going to the fourth. Excuse me, it'll be Josh Reddick. Koufax struck out 12 and lost. That was in Earl's earlier game, Tabletop Earls. Well, I would imagine we will get a comment somehow that, well, I don't know. There's a certain commenter that seems to enjoy seeing Koufax lose, so I think he'll probably say that Tabletop Earl did a really good job of managing, instead of the normal where he basically says that he cheats anytime that Koufax wins. So Reddick, 3-3-6. Yeah, Russell's not an ace, and he's also not gonna be fresh now. Just to make, he's semi-fresh. Sad sack, utility, patient. Reddick's none of those. It's gonna be a single to center, and we go to the experience chart. Man. So experience. Hi, Derek. Again, I don't get to see much of the. I don't get to see many of the comments. I get to see them for maybe 10 seconds, and then they kind of fade out. 5-5. double check here. I believe that was, yeah, that's experience. 5-5. Full count, batter steps out of box. Timeout, play resumes. Decide or die. If it's a I assume, well, it says roll, decide or die. Let's roll it. I'm going to give the Phillies the benefit of the doubt here. This is either a bases on ball or strikeout. And it's going to be a base on balls. So, first two runners on, or batters on, and Yonder Alonso will come up. Lefty, lefty. Phillies are going to have to start thinking about another bullpen guy to bring in. It's going to be David Hernandez, so they're going to have him warming up here for a righty, Semien in particular. Alonso, first and second, nobody out. 1-6-6. Workman, he is a workman. That's a single to left. It's going to load the bases. Reddick is not active, so bases are loaded. Nobody out. It's going to bring up Semien, and the Phillies are going to go to their bullpen. Let's see. He gave up 8, and all of them. Let's see. Wait, did I miss an out here? I think I missed an out. Oh, no, that was a double play. I'll worry about the earned runs later. I'll worry. This is taking a long time. Let's just go ahead with Hernandez here. Might be here till midnight if I don't watch it. With the way the Phillies are pitching, this could be a while. They will play the infield in here. 8-3, runners everywhere. Another 1-6-6. Hernandez, because he was warmed up, gets the ace quality to start. 1-6-6. Workman. Yes, he is Workman. That's another single. And everybody moves up a bag. And still no sign of this game getting any closer to the end. Stephen Vogt. Again, base loaded. They're going to play infield in. 3-6-6. Pinch hitter. He is not a pinch hitter. So that's a fly out to center field. Davis on third is a stoic runner, so he is going to hold. So everybody is going to hold. 1 out. Hi, Manny. Manny the man. I'm feeling tired right now because we're getting through the third time through the lineup, and these guys are just. How do I like the beat down? Yes, that's great. Let them beat down the Mets all they want. 1-1-5. Again, bases loaded. They're going to be playing infield in 1-1-5. Fresh. Hernandez is fresh. That's a pop out. We'll call it an infield fly rule. And Butler, a righty, will say the shortstop catches that. And so with 2 outs, it's going to be Jed Lowry, who has 2 hits already. 1-4-6. Flash. David Hernandez has flash. That is a strikeout, and that'll be it. They pick up another run, but they leave the bases loaded. And maybe Hernandez will be able to pitch a couple innings here. What's the score? The score right now is 9-3. Oakland out in front. Sorry, it's just been. I feel drained already, and it is the bottom of the 4th inning. The Athletics have already batted through the order 3 times. And they batted around in the 2nd inning. So we're talking another colossal failure here by the Phillies. So Rupp, 266, runner on first thrown out. Nope. Leadoff batter. That's going to be a single for Rupp. Can the Phillies come back? It's going to be Ryan Howard. He's cold. Rupp at first. 146. We just saw that one. Flash. Yes. Semi-flash with the dot. Strike him out. And Howard is down. No surprise there. Andres Blanco. .255. Star. No, Graven's not a star. Home run king. Nope. That would have been helpful if it were Howard. And he's not a home run king. That's going to be a fly out the left. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Play.com, PLAAY.com is where you can buy games like this. They have a bunch of different sports. So 446 with 2 outs. Freddie Galvis, 446. Not a star. He is neither. He's not utility. He's none of those things. So it's gonna be a single to right field. And let's see, 2 bases for Rupp. It's going to be first and third with 2 outs. And we will go to the experience chart with Hernandez. And we went through this before. We can't use it now. We made him an icon once before and it didn't help. So first and third, 2 away. No, sorry. Don't worry about it. Here we go. 4-4, and Graveman is a semi-prospect, so let's see, 4-4. Umpire calls timeout to examine, discards the ball when the play resumes, batter takes ball 4. That's going to load the bases, so... Oh, wrong symbol. Peter Borges, bases loaded, 2 outs. And let's see. I'm trying to decide. Gotta look here and see something. Well, there's no reason to do that. I was thinking about maybe trying to do a right now chart. But instead, we're going to just roll off Borges here. Whoa, there's the decider die. Went everywhere. 126. Fresh. Graveman is semi-fresh with the dot, so that'll be a line out to second. That will end the inning. Phillies squandered an opportunity. Of course, they did a lot of that with 2 outs. So when you only have 1 out to spare, it's pretty tough to get much. Hernandez will come out for a second inning, and I need a sip of my pop. All right, 5th inning. Manny, yes. The other thing is that you can buy seasons in PDF and print them out yourself. So, and also they have a guide for creating your own teams. They also have fictional teams, but you can also create your own teams and all that good stuff. So you can create cards for players that are not carded by History Maker Baseball. So it's interesting. It's a different mechanism. It's not as statistic based. You know, you don't have specifics. You have more generalized traits that each player gets. I don't know, Beatles. That's an interesting question. Valencia here. I'm going to get going here. I'm going to be on here a long time. 445. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but Workman. Hernandez is a Workman in this at bat. That's a double. Valencia. I think everybody has gotten a hit in this game, and it's like I said, it's 9-3. Seems a little cheap to have Burns bunt here. I would think about it if the score was a little closer. 1-1-3. Ace. Hernandez is not an ace. Slugger. Burns is not a slugger. That's a single to center field. Runner's not active, so he's going to hold up at third. And, yeah, see how this is working out. Reddick. 1-2-2. Workman. He's not a Workman this time, so Champer whiffer. Nope, that's going to be a line out to the third baseman. And I believe we can check line out into double play. So this is an additional rule I use. When the game book reading indicates a line out, an infielder whose base is occupied by a base runner, roll the decider die. If it's a bullet, the runner is unable to get back to the base in time, and the infielder is credited with a double play. Yes, Matt, that is correct. Thanks for mentioning that. You can go off of plain old baseball cards if you want. They give you a way to do that. So because there's a runner at third and the line out was to the third baseman, we can roll the decider die. Valencia will be doubled off if it comes up with a dot. And it is, so he will call that a U5, and that helps the Phillies there. I'm definitely going to take advantage of that, given the status of things. I'm going to, actually, my next purchase is going to be History Maker Golf. I don't know how many of you like golf, but it's sort of my... It's basically my favorite sport. I was addicted to it for a long time, and I would be too if I wasn't. You'd have to order it online, Beatles. Struggler. Now, he's not a struggler. He's a Workman. Champion or patient. I'm on the right roll, right? Yeah, so champion or patient. No, Chris Davis is neither of those. It's going to be infield drama. Come on, man. Dude. I mean, it could be NASCAR racing, right? Infield drama, shortstop iron. Galvis is not iron, so bobbled ball, but on-time throw to first. The batter is out, so that will end the inning. 6-3. All right, they finally put a 0 on the board, thanks to that double play, unassisted double play by Michael Franco. You know, I don't know. If I had to do that again, I would. Okay, Larry. Oh, Larry, I was going to tell you I shot a 13 over par. This is only like the second time I've golfed this year, and I shot an 84. So that was a fun day on the course. Would have been even lower, except the fact that I got a birdie on 15, and then on 16 and 17 I put balls in the brush on both of those. Actually water on both of those. Yeah. Odubel Herrera, 1 for 2, and that's a 1-3-4. So we're bottom of the fifth. It's 9-3. If anybody is wondering, anybody new here, gold catcher vote is not gold. History Maker mini golf. Yeah, no. Champion, Herrera is not a champion. That's going to be outfield drama. 3-5. Left fielder gold. They don't have any gold fielders, so it's going to be a double for Odubel. And that's a good start. Let me double check here. Yes, 3-5. So that's going to go to the chemistry chart. Of course, Phillies are mucho dissonant. And they are going to... They're going to engage in some manager influence. Wait, no, not that. What do you need? You need dugout. Where's dugout chatter? Oh, there you are. We're going to do some dugout chatter, which is going to make them neutral instead of dissonant. All right, so we haven't really used any for the A's. They haven't really needed it yet. So here's Franco, 1-6. We need the chemistry, 1-6. Batting team dissonance. So it's a good thing we made him neutral, because we're going to pop out. He's going to walk, and so that's going to put 2 runners on and nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Obviously, the A's want to get Graveman at least through the 5th, so that way he can be the pitcher of record and get a victory. So Darren Ruff, now back from the main chart, 255. Star, no, he's not a star. Home run king. That's a shame. He's a semi-home run king, but with the dot not being there, he is going to fly out to left, and that could have been the Phillies' chance. Yeah, there are some interesting mechanisms, Matt, that make things a little bit, adds a little bit of extra thought process, makes you consider things. 1-2-6. Fresh. Graveman is, we're in the 5th, so he's semi-fresh, and with no dot means that he is not fresh. Rupp is not a sad sack, so he singles past the second baseman. And we already used this, so we have to roll for a double. If he's active, he will score. So he is semi-active. And being on second, he could score if it's a dot, and it's not, so he's going to hold. So bases are loaded, and 1 out for Ryan Howard, the cold batter, DHing. And, boy, they sure could use him to get hold of one here somehow. Could have used him on that last one with the home run king. So here we go. Let's see what happens. 1-4-4. Flash. Semi-flash. And with a dot, he does have it. That is a strikeout. And definitely, well, let's see. What are we going to do here? This is, I believe this is with the... 1-4-4. Questionable or lenient umpire calls ball 4. Questionable or lenient. Now, we need to roll. Jim Reynolds is the home plate umpire. He is lenient. This would get the Phillies a run if we roll this and it is a dot. And sure enough, that is a... Let's see, that was 1-4-4 was a strikeout, right? Yes, flash strikeout. Nothing really going right for the Phillies at all. That would have been a nice run to squeak in, and maybe they get some more out of it. Instead, that's the second out, and now they've got Andres Blanco. 2 outs. 4, 5, 6. Is he patient? He is not patient. That's going to be a fly out to center, and the inning will be over. Just when you think the Phillies might rally around and maybe tack on a few runs and try to make a game out of it, they do that. And big 0. And we're going to go from the chemistry chart next. So, right, fly out to center. So they will go back to Hernandez. They're going to get... They're going to get Daniel Stumpf. ready to roll here. Let me double check. Did he? Got to look and see if he played last game. He did pitch, but he only pitched a third of an inning, gave up 3 runs, so he's going to be next in line. All right, so Yonder Alonso will lead off here, off of the chemistry chart, as you can see. 33. Pitching team dissonance. Absolutely, they are dissonant. That's going to be a base hit. Infielder was out of position. So as you can see, the way that the team is affected by their pregame stuff can definitely come into play. And because we already moved them away from being dissonant earlier, we can't do that again. Additionally, if you use stolen base or hit and run or anything like that more than once, in theory, you have to remove a different card. You can't use it. You have to pick a different one to remove. So you could remove the argue with the umpire card, which can change things. You could remove the one-on-one pep talk if you wanted to do an extra hit and run or an extra, yeah, whatever I said there. Sorry. I'm starting to fade here a bit. Top of the 6th. Again, it's 9-3. And the leadoff runner's on for Marcus Semien. Stump is getting ready. He's basically ready, but they're going to give Hernandez a chance to try and just see if he can get another inning in. 1-3-3. Slugger. Well, he's not a slugger. He's a semi-home run king and a semi-whiffer. So that's going to be a fly out to left. That's 1 out. And they will let him, if any more runners reach base, we'll pull him. But vote now. 1-1-4. He is not fresh at this point. Sad sack or patient. Vote is neither of those. It's going to be a single to right field, and I think that's going to be it for... That'll be it for Hernandez. See, that's where you start using guys that aren't fresh, and it can again, things just sort of snowball. Hernandez went 1, 2, 1/3. So, first and second with 1 out. And it's going to be Daniel Stump trying to come in here. And he's a struggler and a workman, so not very good. Not very good. 1-2-5. Struggler. He is a struggler. That is gone. Horrible, horrible luck for the Phillies. It's now 12-3. And, they couldn't have, they couldn't have gotten a roll like that when, Graveman, I think he had a struggler at some point, but, yeah. Well, that's just the way this game goes. They are, snake bitten. When the rolls come up against you, they come up against you. Jed Lowry, 1-2-3. Flash. Nope, no flash. He is fresh, but that's going to be a ground out to short. That's the 2nd out. Could have used that. That would have been a double play ball. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Matt. Appreciate the feedback. And I really need to roll more games that are going to be a little quicker. Feel like when they get this long, they tend to drone on. But iron catcher, Rupp is not iron. A good eye. Valencia doesn't have a good eye, so that'll be a strikeout. That'll end the inning. 3 runs, and that will go off of the right now chart. And let's see, they will stick with Graveman, but he's not too much longer for this game. They're going to have Liam Hendricks warming up. So yeah, so Graveman, he'll at least start the inning, and we'll see if he can complete it. Here, bottom of the sixth, it is 12. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I just had somebody call my phone. That's the way it works. Of course, I've been on here for going on 2 hours, so, you know, we're eating up some time here. So I guess I should expect that that's going to happen at some point. Actually, I messed up. Should be off the right now. Yeah, I don't want any. It's my mom. That's... I don't think I can say that to her. All right, so we need to go off the right now chart. Yeah, it's the Phillies front office responding to my comment that we need to bring up our prospects, telling me to shut the hell up or else you're going to be fired. 3-4. We need to save those arbitration years for when they're 35, you know. 3-4. Cold batter. No. It's the 6th inning, and Galvis got a hit last time. So, he is not cold. 3-4. He's going to fly out to right. Not that that's any better than dribbling to whoever. Cesar Hernandez. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. And the pitch. 1-1-4. Fresh. Graveman is semi-fresh right now, and definitely not without the dot. Sad sack. Nope, not sad sack, not patient. That's going to be a single. He's 1 for 3 now, so that's good. Phillies are going to hit and run here with Peter Borges at the plate and Hernandez there. So we will, well, what we need to do is show you the hit and run. It's on this card. It's also on my game board. But so we just roll a regular, and there's a couple of adjustments that need to be made. So we will go with Borges and hit and run here and see if we can do something with 1 out. 1-4-5. Struggler. Graveman's not a struggler. It's going to be a ground out to first or third base. Line out becomes double play. Runner advance on any ground out. So, what do we say? That'll be a ground out to first or third base. It's Borges, a righty. We'll say third base, but has no play at second because the runner started early. So with 2 outs, we use up our hit and run opportunity. That brings up Odubel Herrera, who is 2 for 3. Runner at second. Graveman trying to get through this inning. 2-3-6. He doesn't have double control. Pitcher's not batting, so he walks. Thought about intentionally walking Herrera anyway to face. Of course, with Franco, he got a home run in the first inning. So that's going to bring Franco 2 outs. First and second. 2-4-6. Control. Yes, he does have control. That's going to be a ground out to the pitcher, and we will be through the 6th. No runs for the Phillies there in that inning. They've gotten a lot of base runners, and they've gotten not a lot of production out of them. More runners left on base. Stump will come back out for the 7th. Billy Burns will be leading off. Oh, and by the way, that would have been a double play ball if we hadn't hit and run, so that at least staved off the end of the inning a little bit longer. 1-2-5. Struggler, yes, he's a struggler. That's going to be a home run lead off for Burns. Again, there aren't that many of those kinds of rolls on here. There are strugglers. That's the only one that says struggler ? Home run. So we've gotten 2 of those, which is quite remarkable. Josh Reddick. 5.56. Ace. No, he's not an ace. Sad sack. He's not a sad sack. This is going to be a double to right. Phillies are just, they're going to burn up stump like an old part of a tree that's at the bottom, you know, with all the roots and everything. 4.55. Workman. Sure enough, he is a workman. Double to right. In comes Josh Reddick. It is now 14-3, and well, if you could be a double struggler, that's what Stump would be, because he is now not only struggler, but he's given up 3 hits in a row. 2, 3, 4. Can we? What else can happen here? Runners on base. Yep. Well, it's gonna be plate drama. Let's see. I'm sure we can get a wild pitch here or something. 3-4. Wild pitcher. No, he's not wild. So it's gonna curve in for a strike, and we now. What do? We go to the umpire mini chart. So with the runner at second, we go here and we check this. 1-2. Strict umpire at second. Yes, Blazer is strict. Rules the batter out at second base trying to stretch a double. So that means it's a single for Yonder Alonso, and we're going to call that lefty. We'll say 9-6. Runner scores. They get an out of it at least, but so now the bases are clear, but 3 runs across. It's 15-3. Semien 1-4-4 off the main chart. Flash. He doesn't have flash. Hero. Semien's not a hero. It's going to be a ground out to short, and he's not a whiffer in this at bat, so it'll be a 6-3. Second out. And vote. We're almost to the 7th inning stretch, folks. 3-4-4. Prospect. Stumpf is a semi-prospect with a dot. So yes, well hit. It's going to be a fence shot for vote. He is a well, we already used this, so we have to re-roll to see if he is a slugger or not. He is, so roll a single die. It'll be double, triple, or home run here for vote. And it's going to be a double. Billy Butler. Let's just rock through this as much as we can. This is getting insane. 1-5-6. Whiffer. Butler's not a whiffer. It's going to be outfield drama. Again, it's the one thing about this is there's a lot of additional rolls. So outfield drama 1-6. Right fielder stoic. That is Borges. He's not stoic. So he makes a diving play for the out. And that will be it. 3 runs. 15-3. 7th inning stretch. Fans are just like the 3 that are left are saying, can we just get this game over with? Graveman will be done. 6 strong innings. They're going to go to Liam Hendricks. At least for 1 inning, and then maybe we'll see if we can find a better long guy just to get two innings of work or whatever. So Ruff will lead off. Let me see. Yeah, no additional charts off of that. 146. Liam Hendricks has flash. That's a strikeout. Ruff doesn't have a good eye. I don't think I've seen good eye on many cards at all. So Cameron Rupp. 235. Wild. Nope. Eager. Nope. Ground out to second base. And it's going to bring up Ryan Howard. 1 for 3, a single and 2 strikeouts. 236. Double control. He does have double control. That's going to be a ground out to the pitcher only. If there had been less than 2 outs, that would have been 2 outs in a row. Ground out to pitcher and shortstop. But they'll probably use Hendricks for another inning since he did so well. Phillies are going to bring in Hector Neris. Wait, are they going to change their minds? Hinojosa isn't available, so they're going to have to use Neris. Try to get 2 innings out of him. Stump went inning and 2/3, and so it's going to be Neris against Lowry. Let's see. They're gonna pinch hit for Lowry. Let's have some fun at least. I'm gonna go with Mark Canha. He's going to play second. Bottom of the inning. So 15-3. Why not do a little bit of juggling here? So Canha against Neris. Neris will be a full ace for his first roll here. 2-3-5. Not Wild. He is eager, but he's also a whiffer, so that will be a strikeout for Canha. That'll be 1 out. Danny Valencia. 2-3-5 again. Eager. He's not eager this time. Ground out to short. No, he was semi-eager but didn't have the dot. So here is Billy Burns. 1-3-5. That's an unusual result. And it's a ballpark chance, so it's going to be for a lefty off of Neris. Semi-small. 2-4. Big ballpark. No, it's not big. It's going to be the batter still at bat. We had that roll before. So 1-2-4. Control. Yes, in this case, Neris does have control. It's a ground out to the shortstop. That'll end the inning. And Hendricks will come back out. Let's see. So it'll be Canha at second base. And he is, what? I think he's stoic. No fielding rating. So he's a utility guy. So just remember that he's stoic. All right. Blanco against Hendricks. 1-1-3. Ace. He's not an ace. Slugger. Semi-slugger. And not going to be a slugger because no dot. That's a single. Freddie Galvis, 4.55. Hendricks does have flash. That's a strikeout. 1 out. Cesar Hernandez. 2-3-5. Wild. Pitcher's not wild. Eager. Batter's not eager. It's going to be a ground out to the second baseman. That'll be a fielder's choice. 4-6. So 2 outs. It'll be Peter Borges. One for 4. And a 1-1-3 ace. No, not an ace. Slugger. Not a slugger. That's another single. 1 base advance for Hernandez. Brings up Odubel Herrera. Also forgot to write down this is single. 2-2-4. Pitching at home. No, Hendricks is on the road. Slugger. Yes, he's semi-slugger with a dot. That's a double to left. That's going to score. First. Borges isn't active, so. Yeah, they're going to hold him there. And so 2 men on, 2 men out. 555s. Ace or star? No, Hendricks is neither of those. A scrapper. Michael Franco is not a scrapper. That is gone. A second home run of the game. Another 3-run shot for Franco. And Hendricks gives up a bomb. 4 runs across here in the inning. And it's now 15-7. They've almost cut it in half. They're going to let Hendricks finish out this inning. It's too bad they didn't get any better pitching out of this game. 2-4-5. Hero. Nope, that's going to be a pop out to second, and that will end the 8th. And like I said, this game is carrying on. They're going to get, we'll get Ryan Dole warming in the pen. So the Phillies are not without their charge, but that's probably not nearly going to be enough. So Reddick leading off against Neris. Neris' second inning of work. He had a 1-2-3 inning last time up. He's going to be semi-fresh now. And if it matters, it's fresh at the moment. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. Rupp is not iron. Good eye. Nope. That's going to be oh, wait. What do we do here? Pop out to second base. We have to go off the experience chart. Excuse me. Let's re-roll. 4-4. We had that before. That's going to be a walk. My nose is running. Man, this 2-3-6. 2-3-6. Double control. He does not have double control. He has double flash. Pitcher batting, no. It's going to be another walk. So, Yonder Alonso. 2 on, nobody out. 3-4-6. Eager. Not this time. Another walk. And that's one complaint I've heard a lot of people say is that this game can bring about walks. And right there you've got 3 in a row. And I can say that I've had a lot of 3 in a row walks in this game. I think they should probably put an addendum in some of the rules to say if you get... if a guy has any semblance of control, if you get more than one walk in a row, then they should it should cancel itself out or something. 2-3-4. Runners on base. This is going to be plate drama. The infield's in and the bases are loaded. I forgot to mention that. So plate drama 4-5. Catcher gold? No, he's not gold. Passed ball. I didn't... Tabletop. Repeat yourself, because I didn't see that. I'm sure it was some kind of a... Probably some kind of a remark about how long this game is taking, because it's definitely taking much longer than it should. And that's what you get. That's what in batting team dissonance. Not this time. It'll be a single. And it's going to hold at third base. So, Semien. I mean, we're likely gonna reach the 7th at bat here. And an unusual result. Red 1, blue, black 5. Fake baseball network, yeah. So, we have potential here for a memorable play. We'll see. Highlight reel. So, we'll see here. 1 red, black 5. This is balks and bogeys. 3-6. 1 hopper through shortstop. Wild throw on attempt to get the lead runner. Batter safe at second on a 2-base error. E6. And I think Vote. Is that Vote? No, Semien will have to stop at third. 3 more runs in here. It's gone up to 18. 18-7. They've, so here's Butler. 1-5-6. Butler's not a whiffer. It's going to be outfield drama. I've had more drama than a dang 9th grade gym class, girls' gym class. 4-5. Center fielder gold. And Odubel Herrera is semi-gold, and he can't get the roll. I'm about ready to turn that upside down and make it gold, because I would like this game to be over. That's going to be a single. And another error. We already had that. In comes both of these guys, right? Yeah, they've got to both come in. All right. That's it. Bringing in Gomez. Didn't want to do it, but I thought maybe Neris could go 2 innings, and instead the dice are not cooperating in the least, so we are going to make sure this game gets over. 1 inning for him, for Neris. He should have gotten an out by now, and he didn't, so it's going to be actually Mark Canna. He's going to get his second at bat here. 2-2-5. Make sure that, yeah, that was not going to be an extra roll. 2-2-5. Star. Gomez is not a star, so this is obviously going to lead to something bad, probably. Slugger or sad sack? No, he is a sad sack, so he does get a... And he's a whiffer, so he gets a strikeout. Good. Five, 5-6. Semi-ace, and it's going to be an ace. Line out to third base. Where is Espo? Espo needs to be here with the Athletics. He's an Athletics fan. This is like the Athletics on steroids. 4-4-5. Workman. It's not a Workman. Patient. Burns is not patient. That's gonna be a ground out to first. Should have made the switch earlier, I guess. So yeah, 5 runs across. 20, right? 7, 8, 9, 12, 15, 20. 20-7. That is impressive. I feel like you couldn't do that if you intentionally set the dice down in a way that would let your team score as many runs as they possibly could. I still feel like you wouldn't get the 20. That's impressive, Phillies. Good job. All right, two innings for Hendricks. We're just trying to get this over. I think I'm going to institute a rule that says I'm not showing a Phillies game on this channel again. 134. Votes not gold. Champion. He's not a champion. Outfield drama. 1-4 right fielder is not gold, so it's going to be a single. If you thought this would be a 1-2-3 inning for Dole, you thought wrong. 3-4-5. Iron catcher. Somehow we get another iron catcher roll. He is not iron. Good eye. Ryan Howard. Yeah, that's the farthest thing from what Howard has. That's a strikeout. We're going to go off of right now. That means that we got a chance at Dole being hot here. 1-2. Hot batter. Blanco is hot. He singled his last time up. So, hot batter. That's a single. One base advance. It's going to bring up Freddie Galvis. Almost their 6th time around the order. 4-5-5. Obviously, we can see that the Athletics and the Phillies have absolutely no pitching. 4-5-5. Flash. Dole does have flash. That's a strikeout. So, 2 outs. And back to the top of the order, Cesar Hernandez. Could it be 2-2-4? Pitching at home, no. Slugger, not a slugger. He singles to right. Rupp's not active, so it's going to load the bases. That holds form for the Phillies because that gives Borges a chance to round out. Let's see, what do we got here? We got anybody we want to bring in here to give them a chance to smash something? No, we're just going to go with Borges. He's 2 for 5. 4, 5, 6. Patient. Not patient. That's a fly out to center. That will be the ball game. Hallelujah. Holy you know what. Where's the Tylenol? Little quote from Christmas Vacation there. So we got a 20-7 final. It's too bad that Janikowski missed the extra point. Hate those ugly looking scores where you only get 6 in a trip down the field. So me too, Derek. That's why I have a lot. I didn't quite quote it because there's an expletive in there, but okay. I've bored you enough with the game itself. That was a marathon session. I don't know how you get there in this, but somehow, I mean, if you're going to, like, I'm trying to save the Phillies bullpen for a game that they're actually in. And I still end up using Gomez and Neris, who are 2 semi-aces. So, you know, that kind of sucks. And they still get whacked around. Goodness gracious. Ah! I felt like that thing, I felt like them dice were just primed to smack down the Phillies. So they're trolling me. Doesn't matter because I already know the Phillies are a horrible team, not only in this game but in real life right now. They suck. So I don't really need the reinforcement of that principle. They are garbage, and they are playing like it here too. So real quick, you know, I am feeling a little I mean, you hear me. You probably can hear it in my voice. I feel a little fatigued. I haven't even played that many games, but it's just I feel like for some reason, and I like the mechanics of this game, but this game is kind of fatiguing me. Of course, super advanced strat can fatigue me as well. One thing that makes it tough for me is that I feel like I've gotten out of the groove with super advanced strat, so now I'm kind of afraid to go back to it, like I've forgotten rules or something maybe. And I think that's just me being paranoid, but I am going to go back there hopefully sooner rather than later at this point, because I feel like I've dipped too many irons into the fire, so to speak, at this point. And as much as I like this game, it also is which then I'm talking about buying another game, which is probably not a wise move at this point. But I'm just being honest here. Because I've seen, what I want to say is I'm being honest because I've seen other channels have their struggles, and I assume that they probably encounter a certain level of this kind of feeling as well. And I don't want to ascribe this to anybody who isn't feeling it. And so if you've done videos and you've taken a break or whatever, and it has nothing to do with being fatigued, no biggie. I'm not trying to call anybody out or, like I said, sort of pin this on anybody other than myself. I'm a little tired. I feel like when you learn a new game, it puts an additional pressure on you that isn't necessarily there. So what I'm thinking of doing is playing the final game of Game Day 2 and then just sort of setting this thing aside for a little while. Maybe picking it up every once in a while, but yeah, this is it's just I do feel like even with super advanced strat, at least I was pretty familiar with the game. Again, I'm still sort of working my way through making sure I know the rules of this game. I have most of it down, but I still feel like I'm probably missing something here or there. You know, when you have to look at the rule book, it takes time. I'm also interested to see, I'm using the YouTube live app. I had someone call me, which caused the hiccup that would be in there, but I'm interested to see how that looks, if I had any degradation in the any pixelation or anything. Well, see, Derek, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I feel like if you take a break, and it stinks to feel this way, but I definitely feel that way. It's like once you take a break, you lose your momentum. It's both frustrating and maybe necessary. I mean, I don't know. I love playing these games, but I also know that when it takes me 2.5 hours to play a game, that wears on you. And so it makes me want, and especially when you're trying to help maintain a YouTube channel where, you know, the attention span of, I mean, some people it's going to be better than others, but I do feel that way. Tabletop, I feel that way, and I don't know why. I think it's because you've got so many checks to do, and you know, if you were doing this in a way that was just for your leisure and only for your leisure, it might be just fine. If you're doing it to keep a channel going, to entertain people, to you know, you turn yourself into this basket of sweat and mental drain. I mean, I feel drained. You know, you can't memorize. You know, I guess the way to put it is in Stratomatic, you look at one set of selections and you can immediately write it down. Most cases, like 2/3 of the time, and then another third of the time you're doing some checks, but you can go 2 or 3 innings without ever having an X check or, doing any kind of strategy, especially if you've got some, good guys on the hill. So in this game, you're checking every roll is a check, and it makes it mysterious. It adds some fun to it, but I think the fun, it loses its fun when you feel like you want to try and do a bunch of stuff. You want to play like a project. Stuff I planned took 6 days. Yeah, I missed what you said there. You think it would be better as a PC game? Yeah, I mean, that's... I don't know. I feel like I don't... I also don't like PC games where I can't see everything in front of me. I feel like... I mean, it's nice with Strat, you can show the card images and stuff, but I also... I like having control over things, but it's just, when you're trying to play... I mean, when I was doing the Tenacious Baseball League last year and early this year, doing it in advanced mode, I was playing 3 or 4 games a day. No problem. And, super advanced, if I get 2 games in a day, I'm doing all right. So... and with this game, it's like 1 game and you feel like you're ready to jump in the shower and go to bed. So, and that's this is not meant to be a disparagement. It's probably going to come across that I'm like discouraging people from buying it. It's just, you need to know what you're doing. Digital Diamond Baseball on the PC. You can play it like a board game. Yeah, it's just you have to know what if you're going to start a channel and you're going to play games, I think this is a tough one to do. I think and in this case I did all of the upfront stuff on the channel too, so that Pine Tar. Hi Phantomatic, how you doing, man? Well, I've got to watch some of Earl's videos. I was away. Haven't really had a chance to look at the mechanism for that game, but maybe that will be something that I move towards. I know I've got a lot of stuff. Right now, and I just got to find my sanity. So, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for hanging in here and just chatting with me a bit. Feels better to just sort of mellow out here and have some, kind of get some things off my chest. You're welcome, Beatles. We're the family aspect of it on here is pretty cool, and I think that's where tabletop has a lot of games that are. He can get some, because the games that he plays tend to be, when you get Koufax going, you're going to get a lot of strikeouts. You can get a game in 45 minutes, so, maybe even 30 minutes. So, we want to have games here. We want to have the ability for people to interact, to chat, to commune, if that's what you want to call it. So, all right, I'm going to sign out. Tabletop probably has something in the works for tonight. He's an hour behind me, so that probably helps him out a little bit. But thanks for watching. Phillies down here in History Maker, 20-7. The Raiders defense holds back the Eagles and McNabb. They're unable to muster more than a meager touchdown. So, thanks for watching. Good night. God bless. And whatever you do, just play some games, guys. Have some fun and enjoy. See ya.